YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, it's your guy DJ Bishop back here with another video. I know this is a late video. This is kind of a late video. I need to unbox this thing and kind of show you guys what's going on with it. So this is going to be my unboxing slash review kind of thing of the DDJ Flx10. Okay, I've been having this for a minute and it's just been kind of sitting here. So I decided to do it today. I had a little time. So I said, why not today? Let's unbox this thing, see what you get inside. And then I'm gonna run it through its paces and kind of give you my review on it. So this is the new Serato slash Rekordbox controller, which is replacing the DDJ 1000. So this one has, so this is technically the DDJ 1000 with built-in stem effects, because you got the stem effects up here. You got the where you can separate the bass, the mids, and the acapella, making it an instant acapella. So so this has the built-in controllers. I mean, software. I mean, hardware, built-in hardware to do that. I mean, you could technically do that on any piece of equipment now, where if you're into stems, where you can take a song and make it acapella or instrumental instantly, any song, anything, any type of audio source, you can make it instrumental acapella, which is the craziest thing ever. Thank you, Serato, for finally catching up with everybody and getting that done. So now they're coming out with the different pieces of hardware to control those things. So instead of using, you know, like right now, you have to go into your Serato, and if you don't have one of these controllers, if you want to use your Rev 7 or your old DDJ 1000, you can swap out the slicer effects, and then you can have that do your four button isolation of the track, which is, you know, dropping out the bass, dropping out the mids, the highs, and then the acapella, the actual acapella of the song. So you can do that. So you just go in there, you press shift, and you hold the shift and you press the slicer button, and it'll light up the pads in 4. So you can do that, or you could do it inside the software. So you could do it pretty much on anything, but now this makes it simple, so you don't have to do that and use one of, you know, like your pads for it. It'll have the buttons built in. So it's for Rekordbox and Serato. So you can do this with the DDJ Flx10, or you can get the Rain 4, which is the two new controllers by Rain and Pioneer, to do this stems effects. It's awesome program. I mean, if you're not familiar with stems, you need to get familiar, because the creativity is like through the roof right now. Once you get it, you just can't stop, because you want to remix everything. So let's open this up, see what you get inside. You know, I know you guys like the unboxing kind of stuff, so let's do that real quick. Open this baby up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it on the floor so I can pull it out here. Let's get it down on the floor. Okay. So you get the controller. Controller's here. It's super light. I do like that it's light. That's really good. Hang on, people. So you get the controller, and you get a whole assortment of books and stuff. So let's open this baby up. Nice and pretty as usual, of course. Pioneer, why wouldn't it be pretty? So definitely pretty. So let's go over here. Take a look at it. So you got all the buttons there. Got all your buttons in there. Hot cue, keyboard, pad effects. So the controller is really set up for Rekordbox, but it works for Serato as well. So it's not a Serato controller. It's more of a Rekordbox controller, but it can work for Serato, because if you have the DDJ 1000, which I do have, that's for sale if anybody want to buy it. So I have the DDJ 1000, which is for Rekordbox. It has the same kind of buttons on there. So it has hot cue, pad effects, beat jump, sampler. Serato has hot cue, roll, slicer, and sampler. So it's the same thing, but you know, if you use these controllers, you know what's what. You know, you don't need to have that, because I use a lot of Serato controllers. So you know, the beat jump and stuff like that I don't really use, and pad effects. That's more of a record box kind of thing. So this thing is really geared for record box. So let's go top to bottom. So you got your drum, vocals, instrumental. So this is the thing I was telling you about. You could separate the drums and have it all like just the beat. You could separate it and make vocals, or you could hit that button and make it instrumental, and it'll separate those parts. So you got your in and out loop, 4-beat looper, slip reverse, deck select, where you can select deck 3 and 1 because it's a 4-channel controller, shift, beat jump, search. You know why? I don't know why these controllers never do a back button, like back to like track back, where it tracks back to the beginning of the track. That would be a really neat feature if they put that on there. I don't know why they never do that, because sometimes you gotta, you know, spin this wheel all the way back. Ooh, this wheel feels really good. Feels really good. Let me see something here. Yeah. So you got the mechanical. So what I'm messing with is the mechanical, the wheel selector, where you can make it light or heavy. I do love that they add that. So call feature, this is calling up cue points, memory delete. This is a new thing for record box, where it's called mix point select, where you can kind of make the thing mix by itself, where you can set up cue points. Like you have 2 tracks going, you can have 1 track going and set up a cue point on another track, and it'll like auto mix it for you. So I don't know who would want to do that, but I would use that if I was at a wedding, like have a long 2-hour mix going, and then I'll have another 2-hour mix where, you know, I can have that link and then just start that up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna probably use that because I got a wedding coming up in May here, and then I got to do the reception and the wedding. So I'll probably have that set up just like that. So when that 2 hours stop, it'll just automatically get going on the next one. So you got the select buttons here, where you can do the instant doubles, all that back, playlist, view, all that kind of stuff. Slip mode, quantize, vinyl mode, wake up. I don't know what wake up means. Don't know what that means. So that's something new. I never heard of that. Beat sync, tempo reset, key sync, all that. I mean, you guys all should be familiar with that. So if we look at the mixer, you got your mic 1, your different selectors for that. You have on and off talk over. Then you got the sound cloud, sound color effects, space, D, echo, crush, pitch, noise filter, sampler. You got all that kind of stuff. Your headphones, level, got that. This thing is super shiny. Boy, this is going to be a fingerprint magnet, because this thing is like a shiny plastic piano, and this is like the matte color. Yeah, you're going to get all kind of fingerprints on that. So you got the cue selected. You got this thing called part ISO, where you know, I forgot what that does, but you can you know, I forgot what that means. I think you can also, if you hit this button, so if you hit the shift and you hit this button, you can have the effects on this thing, which is the stem effect. So you could turn the bass down and it'll drop out the instrument, and then you can drop the mids out, and I think that drops out the mids, and then you could drop out the highs, and that'll be the voice. So you can use this as it'll do the same thing as this over here, but it'll do it here. So you can, you know, shift and hold that button, and it'll drop out the bass, you know, or the instruments, you know, the music, and then bring it back in. So that's kind of another thing they do. And then you got this thing right here. Now I think this works for Serato and record box. I'll have to test it and see, but this one does effects. You could put effects. So let's say you got 2 tracks going, and you got this thing going just acapella, and you can put an echo on the acapella. So you can say vocal, and you want to echo, put it, you know, go down here to your, you know, selector. You know, if you got Pioneer equipment, you know they got the, you know, they little selector knob. They got all effects and stuff on it. So, which there's their effects right there. Jet, transformer, reverb, spiral, echo. You know, this basic stuff with Serato. I mean, not with Serato, but Pioneer. If you own any Pioneer controller, the newer ones like the DDJ 1000, the bigger ones, they all got these type of selectors on it. Rev 7, all of Rev 7 don't have a selector. It's a digital deal, but it got the same thing. It's all digital with the Rev 7. It don't have this knob, so, but it still have the same effects. It got all these effects built into like the screen. And then it's the on and off button, and then the same thing on this side. So so there you go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook this thing up and I'm gonna play around with it, and we'll go from there. Okay. So let me get it all connected. I'm gonna play with it for a minute, then I'll come back with a part 2 of the review, and then I'll let you know how I like it. So appreciate you watching my video. Peace. Have any questions, hit me in a comment, and then we'll after I do part 2 of this video, which I'm gonna plug it up, play it, and I'll give you my you know, what I think about it. Oh, I got to show you the back of it too, matter of fact. So this is the headphone, 1/4 inch, and then 3 mini, you know, the little small little 3.5 inch thing. So on the back side, oh man, I got so much stuff here. On the back side, you got let me kind of lift this up a little bit. On the back side, hold on a second. Try to do this with one hand. So on the back side, you got the XLRs. You got the this is all output. So XLRs, RCA. You got Boo. You got signal ground for your turntables. You got 4-channel inputs there, and then you got DMX. This is, you can control a light system with it. Now they did update this thing with the USB A and B. So you got that USB-C cord, which is beautiful. And then you got the mic 1 and 2 there, and then the power, of course. And of course, Pioneer has a problem with just giving you, you know, the one thing I don't like about Pioneer is they have a problem with just putting a regular plug on there. They got to keep giving you these, you know, these boxes. They won't just, you know, Rain does it. Rain just give you a plug, a simple plug where you can find that same plug around your house. Is like plugged in so many different pieces of equipment, where it's just a regular, you know, I forgot what they call it, but the regular plug. It's just a regular plug. You plug it in the back, and you got that on 10 pieces of equipment in your house where you could just plug in. But Pioneer, and they always got to have these stupid brick plugs, and I hate that. You know, I really hate that. So so this is the kind of plug I'm talking about. Just a regular. This is what Rain give you. You know, you just plug this right in the back of the Rain, and you can find these plugs all throughout your house. But Pioneer, they just got to be difficult. They got to always give you some kind of plug like this, so when it breaks, you know, you're screwed. You can't, you know, you got to go and find something. You got to order a new one. But anyway, with the USB-C, so here's another little pro and con. If you're using any of these, if you're deciding you want to go with stems, you have to get a newer controller. You don't have to get one, but it's better if you do, because the simple fact that it will make life a lot easier if you do that. And then the second thing is you need a new laptop. If you have an old laptop, it is not going to work. It's going to be a struggle bus. You have to have a newer M1, M2, Mac Pro, or whatever the newest Windows PC is, laptop. Because you're going to need one that's like really new, like within the last 2 years, new. You can't have any old PCs or old laptops, because Macs, they ain't gonna work. Because this thing, these stems use a lot of processing power, and the new Serato 3.0 and above use a lot of processing. Like I got a new M1 MacBook Pro one, and it's struggling with that. I might have to give me a newer one, like the new, whatever the newest Mac they got out with the most amount of memory and stuff in there. Because the one I got, like going through Beat Source, Tidal, trying to juggle through those, and then doing stems. I mean, the processor runs on that. Like it hesitates sometimes. You know, I'll be thinking it's about to shut off, but it don't. You know, it'll freeze up for a second, and it'll get right back on it. But it don't freeze up to where the music stops, but the screen will kind of freeze up a little bit, and that always makes me nervous. So, but yeah, this new Serato 3.0 and higher program is very memory hungry program, especially with these stems and stuff. And then the beat source and all that kind of stuff. If you're streaming music, so it's really, you know, hungry on your laptop. So you definitely got to get a newer, up to date laptop if you want to play in this game. So I'm just letting you know. But other than that, you should be good to go. But all right, let me stop this video because I'm already 15 minutes in, just running my mouth. So when I come back with the other half of this video, I'm going to be more focused on the play mechanics and let y'all know what I think of this thing. So, all right, later.